All right. Well, welcome everyone to the MVP AA Power Hour. I am your co-host, MVP Jamie. I also have MVP Barak on. Say hello to everyone real quick.
Hello, everyone, real quick.
All right. Today we're going to be talking about sweating robots. That's a little scary. Game-changing code tools and the battle of long-form AI. So let's hop into the first segment, which is
Yes,
our
please.
news. We have lots of news this week, and I imagine it's going to be the same every week at the MVP AI Power Hour because there is always new news about AI on a regular basis.
So true.
Oof. All right, the first one, the futuristic robots. Proto Clone V1. Okay. This is the sweating robot thing that we alluded to in the title. It's a little scary, a little scary. So basically, it's a sweating robot equipped with 1,000 artificial muscles of human-like movements. I'm not really finding this cool, but we're going to share a clip from this. And
Yes,
definitely
please.
when you're watching this, wherever you're watching this, whether it's on LinkedIn, on our blog, on YouTube, comment below and let us know. What are your thoughts? Are you digging the sweating, twitching robots? I'm not. Let me know your take. All right, let me go ahead and share my screen with y'all and let's go over this a little bit. Okay. All right. So
All right, all
I'll
right.
make this bigger screen. Yeah, this is the creepy little dude we're talking about right
Oh,
here.
this is creepy
I
already.
mean,
This is
yeah, we haven't even got to the video and I'm already getting creeped out. Okay, so let's keep going on. Also, we have Ruette on who will be the host next week. So she is on just taking some notes on how we run these awesome MVP AA Power Hours. So you'll be seeing her next week. All right, so a
Jamie, can you
body
zoom a
well
bit in?
spent. Yeah,
Your screen is really
absolutely.
wide,
There
so
you go.
yes,
Yes, it
yes,
is.
yes,
It is
perfect.
a very wide screen. It is true.
Oh, this
So
is
I will zoom
this is
in.
so
Isn't that
creepy.
freaky? Hold on, let me get a little closer just to freak you out a little bit more.
We always
I
bring big
swear I
news.
have seen something in a horror flick like this once upon a time. I don't know, or maybe in a nightmare. But let's go see what they had to say about this a little bit real quick. So basically, it employs a water-based bio-inspired cooling system akin to sweating to keep its 1,000 myofiber muscles from overheating as they flex across over 200 degrees of freedom. Yeah, scary. Okay, Clone Robotics' first full-bodied android swaps traditional motors for pressurized actuators delivering human-like movements and monitored by a
Human-like
network
movement.
of integrated sensors. Although the price is to be determined, apparently I guess they're going to make this where people can buy these suckers. I'm freaked out by that. Okay. Uh, the company suggests that robots like the Protocol and V1 will one day be able to do your laundry. We talked about this last week. Yeah, these we don't want this guy in our house, Brock. No, no, he's not coming to do my laundry. Washing your dishes, prepare simple meals, and even vacuum carpets. I'm going to say no, thank you. This is a no for MVP Jamie over here. All right, let's
Please,
move on
please,
to this
please
lovely
hit it.
video,
Hit the
which
button.
I think we're going to be even more freaked out by,
It's a
but let's
nightmare.
let's
It's
do it.
nightmare time.
Let's go full screen.
That's not a human.
Supposedly it is not.
That's not an actor right now. That's not an actor.
No, this is
It's
supposed to
some
be
kind of
the robot.
Japanese hanging, tying. Is that's not human?
So
Oh
as we're
no.
seeing, this is the beginning of
Oh
possibly
no.
the Terminator end.
That
Uh,
looks like twitching human. A twitching human.
uh,
And that's 1,000 robotic muscles that can sweat to cool off like we do. And that's not yet
yes,
even with a
yes.
super intelligent brain on it. That looks like just like an
Right,
infinite.
but they're expecting it to be able to do physical labor. And by automation. So I'm
You
guessing you'd be
know?
able to schedule it on when you want it to be doing certain things. So that's a
That's
little
wrong.
freaky. I'm personally not for this. Definitely want to know what y'all think in the comments. Definitely let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Just
That will hunt
are
me. This
are you
video will
for
hunt
the
me.
yeah, I think I might have nightmares now. For sure. So it said there's another thing, like could the sweating enable better cooling and extended robot lifespan for more realistic movements? I imagine that's exactly why they built it so it doesn't overheat. Um, I'm not interested. That's all I got. All right, let's move on to some less creepy AI news of the week. So right now we have a code assist showdown, Google Gemini versus the GitHub Copilot. So some of the key points: Gemini Code Assist is out right now for free, so you can go test it out for free with usage limits that far exceed GitHub's Copilot free tier. So hey, good time to go check that out. So what does that look like? 180,000 monthly code completions versus Copilot's only 2,000 for their free tier. So that's a big difference. I
90
haven't had a chance
times.
to personally play around with it. Have you, Brock?
I have not. Have
Okay,
not.
so that's something we got to do. But yeah, that gives you a lot of time to play around with those extra tokens. Also, it says 128,000 token context window, so that's great for obviously larger code bases. And then integrates seamlessly with VS Code, GitHub, and JetBrains. Basically, you only need a personal Google account to be able to get access to it, which
Wow.
of course is also free. So that is pretty cool. So AI-driven tools are obviously disrupting the developer networks. Will we eventually not need developers? I don't think so. I think it's kind of like what you guys are going to see when we do our showdown is that, AI only gets you so far. You still need some level of a human being that actually knows the content and the processes to make sure that everything is connecting right. But is it a great way for someone to learn code that doesn't know any code or learn how to fix certain things or get a leg up? I definitely think there's some great possibility for that, but I don't think that it's going to completely get rid of us needing actual experts in those fields. What do you think, Brock?
I think being an engineer, you have to, that's a huge advantage. But there is so much talk about right now about no code using AI, with no code using AI to code. Like if you haven't before, now you can use the AI to code. And we're gonna a bit further down the road in this power, we're gonna talk about the Claude code. They actually create right now code assistants, right? The Google, the GitHubs, Claude Code that can read code, understand your goals, and can even fix code now. So basically, you should understand, you should have like a big picture understanding of code, but you don't even have to actually know code to begin. You can do that and learn on the way, and it can still produce at least prototypes. Maybe that's not the final code
Right,
product,
right,
but you can produce prototypes for sure right now. I know people that do that all of the time with zero coding skills.
right.
And I know people with some coding skills that produce 10, 15, 50 times quicker code products than they used to using those tools, especially Copilot so far. But again, Google's Gemini and Claude Code, those releases are new, and that's gonna be amazing to some people.
Absolutely. Also, Claude 3.7 has Claude Code Beta as well. And they're also doing 128K tokens in output capacity, which obviously means, the bigger, more complex tasks are easy for it to handle. So I don't believe that one is free. Correct me if I'm wrong, Brock. I haven't had a chance to look into that.
If I understand correctly, the 3.7 Sonnet is not free, but I think the Claude Code you should be able to download it to your computer. I'm
Oh,
not sure, but you
okay.
should be able to download that to your computer. We
All
should we
right.
should
So we'll have
check
to we'll have to
that
look into
and and
that.
and play
So
with those. Yeah, they're
yeah.
so new, and we should play
So
with those.
maybe next week you can do a Claude, basically a showdown of
Of
of the
coding.
of the coding ones, right? That would be so cool.
I was able
So
before to
more of
create
that.
a game, a mini
Mhm.
game using Claude after 5 prompts. So it was like a playable game, not amazing one, but a playable game
Right.
of Fruit Ninja, like but just
Oh, neat.
like but you like cutting AI stuff. It was fun.
Right.
It's for MVP Alliance, and it was 5 prompts. It took me 5 prompts to have a playable game. So Can you imagine like the
Right. Well,
advances that you can do
okay,
right
so
now?
that might be a good test to do on all of them with
Right,
something
like a
yeah, okay.
right.
I'm
We should
hoping that's gonna be next
I'll
week's
consider that.
showdown.
All
All
right.
right. All right,
Let's see
let's
how
go
people
on.
react.
Yeah,
All right.
see how everyone loves that. But I think that would be really cool. All right. So OpenAI's deep research expansion. Okay. Yeah. Deep research. You can find that in other platforms. So it just is the way. You're gonna have to start keeping up with the times, right? So OpenAI now has the deep research expansion. Basically, they're offering it to ChatGPT users on the $20 a month tier. Previously, it was $200. Well, I'm glad that they pulled their head out of their you know what and came down back down to earth because it's $200 for deep research. I know someplace you can get it for only 20. So I think maybe that's why they're doing it for only 20
For
now. I
sure,
could
for
be
sure,
wrong.
for
All
sure.
right. So
No,
that's smart on their part.
it's a deep research again, race, and Google offers something, Perplexity offers something. I think Grok offers something. Yeah, they have a button here, deep search. So you can't anymore hide it behind a $200 paywall when all
Right.
your competitors offer
Competitors
that
are
free or
free or
cheaper.
20. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So they had to, they were forced, and we enjoyed that. We get that
We
for
get the
the
benefit
lower.
of that
Yeah,
competition. Yes,
exactly.
love that.
Exactly.
All right, so
Yes,
that is
that's
good.
fantastic.
So if you
Yep.
have the $20 and up or the team plans, that means now you have access to the deep research. You're welcome. All right.
Yes.
So yeah, obviously, this is lowering the price barrier for advanced AI research tools. If you already use ChatGPT, we've talked about this before in previous episodes, you might like ChatGPT over another tool. Someone else might like another tool over ChatGPT. Now you have the benefit of some of those other ones. Like I was looking at Perplexity. Some of the stuff that I was checking out with wasn't as awesome as I would like it for doing my prompts and stuff, and how I've been able to get ChatGPT to do what I
Right.
wanted to do. Now
Right.
I don't maybe need to go over to Perplexity just for the deep research part. I can maybe just do that inside of ChatGPT and use it in even a more efficient and effective way than I already have. So I'll
Right.
personally be testing that out. Love that.
For sure. For sure.
All right.
And I will touch that when
Yeah, go ahead.
when we go. No, when we do the main part.
Yes.
We're gonna talk about the different models and different options now
Oh,
available.
okay.
All
I'm
right.
excited about that. All right.
All
So,
right.
some notable mentions for AI news this week. Trump uses AI, or at least someone used it on his team. We don't know if he's the one that actually made it or not.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
I cannot
Probably
confirm
not.
or
Probably not. Right.
deny on this one, but he did post on Truth Social. Do you want me to share it? Because I do have the video clip if you want me to share it.
Maybe just like a few seconds
Okay.
to show that
All
it's
right.
actually AI. Not
Let me pull that up.
I appreciate their team, right? I appreciate everything they do, but it's not the best performance of AI that we've
Oh,
seen.
okay. I'm not going to be able to show it to you guys because I have not signed up to True Social yet. So, are you able to share it if I send you the link?
Let's see. I've watched it on using the phone, but I don't know if
You know what?
such a
I wonder
short
if I can find
notice.
it. Let me see if I can
Um,
find it real quick while we're talking. But yeah,
all right.
basically, it is a potential look into the plans for Gaza. I think it was a little corny. There was definitely some weird AI artifacts going on
For
in
sure.
that video. I think whoever put it together could have put it
Okay,
together
I'm
a whole
there.
lot better. But yes, if you would like to share your screen and show us a little snippet of that, that would be great. Like, I think at some point in time there was belly dancing women with beards. That was weird. There's a couple of things that I was like,
Uh,
what is happening here?
Let me share the screen
All
and
right.
so basically official Trump's
Mm.
um official Trump page. Do you see it?
Yes, I see it. Go ahead.
Okay, let's uh I'm not even logged in. And then you can see this is quite obviously AI. That's a classic AI feature. And you'll see some you'll see a lot of Elon Musk, and you'll see some
Yeah,
belly
so
dancers with
right,
beards,
right. There was the bearded dancers. What is going on?
and a lot of Elon Musk. So yeah, so it's official. the president of the United States channels now utilizing AI.
Yes. Yes,
So
maybe
you
not in the
can't
most
ignore AI
efficient
anymore.
way, but hey Trump, if you're watching this, let me help you make your message better, okay? Or have somebody to help refine that, because there was definitely some things that should not
Yeah,
have been in there.
send your team to the MVP Alliance,
And
please.
FYI, there's a golden statue at some point in time. Hello, remember the biblical story of the golden calf? Enough said. Can we not go there? Okay, let's
You probably shouldn't.
let's stay on the good
Right.
side, okay?
But really cool, and really great support in AI.
Yeah,
Their team they're putting so much effort into making making sure US wins the AI arms race,
yeah.
and now they're utilizing it, even if it's a small fracture, but still really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll
so
be interesting to see for future reference. We'll
for
keep an
sure.
eye on that. Speaking of the investments in regards to the US and the
Right.
AI arms race, we have Apple pledging 500 billion towards the AI investment in regards to helping fuel all this research that is going on here in the US. So they're putting their money where their mouth is. Also, we have in
Wait.
our other.
I
Oh,
wanna
okay. Sure, go ahead.
500 billion.
Yes, 500
One
billion. That's
company
correct.
pledged for 4 years,
Yep.
spend time 500 billion.
Yeah. So
Can you
that's a
grasp this
good chunk of
number?
change. Yeah.
Can you grasp this? That's put us where we are. I think we're over 2 trillion of AI infrastructures investment during the coming years in US alone.
Yeah, they're
What
not
is
coming to
that?
play.
And we are just ending the second month into 2025,
Yeah.
and we already have 2 trillion investment. Where are we rushing? Are we waiting for those human like
Uh,
thousand muscles
well,
zombies running after us in the streets? We can't wait for that.
maybe,
Where are
well,
we heading?
maybe they're trying to prevent that. At least that's what I'm hoping for. You know,
No.
we have
Those are
something
not
that prevents
investment
that.
into regulations around
Right.
AI.
Right.
There are not investment into some of them. Very small fraction go into like we said before, like the ethical AI, right?
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
one that aligned with humans. But all
Yes.
of this is for the arms race. The one that's gonna get the super computer, the super AI, right?
Right. New next gen
First, right before
devices,
China.
software. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Good
Yeah.
luck to us
Yeah.
in
Oof.
2025. I
Lots of
hope we're gonna
prayers.
see Christmas.
Well, I don't celebrate that, but I'm hoping for Hanukkah. But
I hope we're gonna get to Kwanzaa. Just like in the time
can we
slot.
even get to 2026? Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
Will
exactly.
we make it past this year? We'll find
No.
out. All right.
Celebrate one more birthday. All right.
So
Please go on now with the news.
we also have Israel's High Court rejects an AI penned plea. So this was interesting. Barak shared this with me earlier in the week, and this is how not to use AI. So basically, let me pull up this article and share it with you guys and gals. This is, and this did make nationwide news. I found this in quite a few different spots.
So basically, we have a very famous AI user now in Israel,
Hmm. Yeah,
and but the wrong kind of famous. She's famous now for bringing details into court
yeah.
that were just hallucinated by her AI usage.
Yes,
So
so I'm going to share a little bit about this. So let me just pull it up so you guys can see what I'm seeing real quick, and we'll go over the
thank you.
highlights of this,
Right.
because this is a prime example of why you should not just use that. So it's trying to get me to subscribe. So yeah, Israel's High Court rejects plea written by AI that cited fake rulings. Hello, this is why we need to fact check even our lovely GPTs and
Don't
other
let
tools that
AI
we're
do the work
using.
for you or steal your voice. Use AI to
Yes.
empower you. Do more, do better, but
Do
still be
better.
on top.
Please do better. Yes, do
You
better.
have to be on top of the AI, right? You
Yeah,
have
don't
to be
let
on
this
top
be
of the
you.
AI.
So
Yeah.
was uh yeah, this is actually not the person right here, in case you're wondering. So on this Sunday, Supreme Court Justice Gila Canfe.
Kindly, if you can zoom it.
Okay,
Your
let me zoom in, zoom in,
your
zoom in, zoom
wide
in. There we
screen.
go.
No, no,
Let me
that's
see.
too much.
Too
All
big, a
right.
little
Oh
too
yeah, yeah,
big.
yeah.
Let me go back a little bit. So yeah, so
We can
basically,
do that.
they had a petition challenging a decision by the Sharia court in Acre and the Sharia Court of Appeals in Jerusalem, which addressed the validity of a ruling that waived rights outlined in a divorce agreement. She wrote the petitioner's attorney, who was appointed to represent the petitioner through legal aid, based her claims on no fewer than 36 judgments, supposedly from this court. Supposedly. Yeah. Some merely referenced, while others include quotes that are purportedly taken from these judgments. Upon initial review of the petition, it appears that some of the citations may not originate from judgments of this court. Again, this is why
Right.
we have to fact check. Even when we're asking for citations and links for proof, we still need to go and click through and make sure, is this really a legit citation? Is this real
I'll tell you what's interesting
information?
here.
Mhm.
This case was not supposed to be public, and the judge said,
We need to make an
I'm
example.
gonna make I'm not gonna make the entire case public. I'm just gonna make what happened here public. So because AI is becoming not a pandemic, but it's becoming huge, right? And it's becoming everybody, they see it in court all the time,
Right.
probably. And I know people around me doing AI for legal courses,
All kinds
and
of
I
stuff,
help
I'm
you even
sure.
implement AI in data source of legal documents. So you see AI usage all of the time,
Right.
and in court, imagine being a judge and you get a full, very detailed hallucination, very nice hallucination, good hallucination, right? So it's can
Right.
confuse, right? You need to check all the numbers and do all the checking to make sure
Yes.
where do you get that? What is that? And so she wanted to make sure everybody understand that you use AI, but just be
But don't use it like this.
responsible, right?
Yeah,
Not like
be
this, not like this,
responsible. So yeah, so
right?
a thorough review of the references revealed that 5 of them pointed to rulings that do not exist in legal databases at all, and 14 references cited rulings where there was no match between the case number, the classification of the proceeding, the identity of the parties, or the alleged content, and
Oh
no fewer
no,
than 24 references included quotes or claims that had no
oh
even
that's really bad.
incidental connection to the ruling.
Yeah,
So yeah, this is bad, like really, really
that's really
bad.
bad
Lawyer
usage of AI.
who was
That's
caught red-handed, initially attempted to bluff the judge, claiming it was a writing error and downplaying the incident. However, she eventually confessed that the source of the error was her reliance on a website recommended to her by colleagues who advised she trusted. Again, test and prove all things, family. Even if it's your friend who recommends something, your
right.
mom or dad, it doesn't matter, your
Now you're
grandparents,
famous.
your husband, wife, you need to just double check everything. Okay. The judge used her investigative skills as an attorney. She specialized in medical malpractice to fill in the gaps in the lawyer's confession, stating that although the petitioner's attorney did not specify the unknown site, she relied on blindly the references to non-existent judgments. The
Oh,
inconsistencies with the citations and the non-existent sources strongly suggest, with a high degree of probability, that the petitioner's attorney used a website based on
oh no.
artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
So,
All right. All right.
yes, so they made a case of her. They have the
Yeah.
robot lawyer image here. I love this. So,
Nice,
she
nice touch.
she thought she could just
Look at
get
that, look at
paid
that. Is
get
is
paid.
this, do you have a writing that is made by AI? No, no, it's not made by
It
AI.
just says
Is it?
robot lawyer AI
Right,
golem is what it
right.
says. So yeah, so
But you
that
can
is
see the
really
double
fun.
hands. You can see that it's
Yeah,
made
do you
by
see that?
AI.
Yeah.
That's made by AI.
So
Right.
don't be this. Don't be a
Poorly made by
robot.
AI.
If you're going to use these tools to better your position, your work, your career, your job, your business, use it as a starting point. You, the human being, have to still go do the work. You still have to refine stuff, edit stuff, double check your references, and all that fun stuff. So, a lack of human judgment. So he says relying on artificial intelligence and writing legal appeals presents several challenges that can impact quality, fairness, and effectiveness of legal proceedings. By the way, they asked ChatGPT to explain the problems in this. So this is AI saying this is what's wrong with this situation. I love this. A lack of human judgment, clearly, inaccuracies in understanding legal proceedings, data bias, okay, a reliance on templates, ethical concerns, transparency issues, legal ethics and
No, 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 no,
responsibility.
no, no, no. Just no.
Yeah, not good.
Okay.
Not good. So that's a
By the
great
way, can you
lesson for us
imagine
all.
being some kind of attorney and going into an AI tool and writing, hey, can you please help me create a case and please give me all the examples, and then the AI provide you 36 awesome cases that all prove your point. One, bam, bam. So what do? You just, okay, I'm done work for
I'm
today,
good.
dropping the
No,
pen, just bringing it to court, right?
no,
And so
don't do
happy.
it.
And by the way, I'm gonna touch that. Remind me, I'm gonna touch that as well, because what the whatever LLM she used, what did he do for her? She asked it, can you do something for me, right? Probably, and then it tries to please her. And you know what happens when they try to please you? You get hallucinations when it's not true, when they can't please you. When the truth won't please you, then it will hallucinate because it tried to please you. So she got like full of hallucination, helping her win the case that she didn't win eventually. So
It
we're gonna
didn't
touch
work
how to
out.
try to fix that as well when we go. We're gonna do a very small prompt engineering course
Yes,
today.
absolutely. So
All right.
for the last part of our session with y'all today,
Oh, we're
we are
here.
going to do the ChatGPT versus Grok. Who wins in the long form pillar content battle? And also, Brock's going to be presenting his killer pillar prompt. That's right.
A
So,
killer. A killer pillar. All right.
so if you're ready, go ahead and share your screen. We're gonna be doing this in real time, y'all. So this is gonna
All
be
right.
a lot of fun.
So before I'm gonna share the screen, I'm gonna before I'm gonna share the screen, I'm gonna just tell you what we're gonna do, and then I'm gonna share the screen. So um, I recreated a prompt that we use, basically about the same structure we used to create, we created an agent using that with specific agenda. But this time we use this prompt back to back between Grok and ChatGPT. And basically this prompt breaks down process of creating long form content, and ask the LLM to create that content for us step by step, using that prompt. Before that, I want to touch that topic, like how to try to avoid the ChatGPT trying to please you. And so for that,
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
share
That's a
the
great
screen,
topic.
and I'm gonna share the screen. Do you see my screen?
Yep, I can see your
So
screen.
I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go to settings, and I'm gonna show you in personalizations. If you go to custom instructions, then you can see my exact custom instruction I'm using here. So basically, I don't want it to make me happy with his answers. His, right? Its answers. I want it to give me professional and true answers. So what I did is, besides just telling him you're the best in your field, I wanted to tell it you're always prioritize truth and precision over flattery, right? You always tell me even the negatives and the risks and the limits, and you would not withhold critical insights. So basically, at the end, your goal is to provide brutal honesty and professional grade answers. So that's just a short view on how to get the tool not to give you answers that will make you happy, that actually gives you answers that you can use. If will that help her in the prompt for court? Probably that won't be enough, but it still creates you better answers. So now let's
Right. She
go to
probably would have
the
had less editing to do.
right, less editing to do. Right. So let's see the our pillar killer prompt, and it's not super fine or tuned. It's just good enough and well enough for our test. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna see, one is how to create a huge and nice pillar content. By the way, you can then use about the same to create satellite contents for that pillar, but we don't have to discuss this now. And we're gonna compare how ChatGPT and Grok do that at real time. So we're gonna press send on the same on both of them and see who's gonna do better. So we start with the goal is to create a comprehensive, in-depth guide that position MVP Alliance. We'll do that for the MVP Alliance as the go-to resource for marketers, right? And then just the main goal for our content. And then I'm gonna define the target audience for us, marketers, business owners, industry professionals, right? And then what is the task? What is the prompt? So here, write a long form expert level guide. And here is a hook for us. It's we're gonna write a guide on how to write a pillar content using AI. So both of those top LLMs gonna write how to write a pillar content using AI for us, and we'll see if they come up with anything like this prompt or not. So, and then I'm gonna explain more about what I want, and I want it not to be based on just fluff, right? So I want to have authoritative tone, and I want to incorporate real world examples. I want case studies. I want numbers, basically. I want something that will hook the people. And then the most important part, we have a limitation on how many characters each answer gonna give us on the LLMs. So if I ask it to create all of the prompt for us, all of the article for us, we'll just limit it to, I don't know, a few hundred words. And so what we do is we add this kind of thing. I wanted to create a layout for me and not the actual content. And then beside the layout, I want also keywords and I want writing styles so I can approve it. But after we create the layout, I wanted to wait for my approval and then write it section by section. That's the most important part. Why section by section? So it will write a full token size words for each section, so we can actually have a very long, combine all the sections together, we have a very long, nice, detailed content, pilot content. And then I added something that's my touch. I added something like create a wide aspect image for that section after each. So if you are actually gonna upload that to your blog, you want to have image related to each section, or probably to put in the middle between some of the content pieces. So I like to have that. I also usually ask it to create after all of that, we ask it to create one main image, and probably I will have more details about creating the image, like make it clean, not too many details, just like the main topic, because sometimes, especially DALL-E, and we will see it probably, they had many details to put all of the section inside the image, but we don't need all the section. We just need the title details, right? So if you're ready, we're gonna click
Let's go.
send. Oh, whoa. Before we're gonna do that, I want to show you, look at this button, deep search, right? And
Yes,
look at deep
yes.
this, by the way, deep
Hello,
search
deep search.
and deep search, they're so much alike. I want to tell you something. If you have a very complex concept for your content, you might want to do a deep search and then create
Right.
content out of it. Like if I want to have a very complex content, what I will do is I will start asking it and help and create it, adding some ideas and concept in the short memory in our chat, and then I will ask it to create the article, because now that it loads all the concept I like, right, and I approved them already, the content going to be much different, right? So next time we might use that, but right now I'm gonna click send to both of them. Are you ready, Jamie?
Let's do this.
Anything you think I should add or change on that prompt?
I think it's good. Let's see how it handles with what you have, and
Yeah.
we can always refine as
All
we
right.
go.
So both of them are the same. It's copy pasted, but here the structure is a bit different. You can see. So, but basically it's the same. So, all right. So you can see Grok is faster for sure. Wow, Grok already.
Wow, that's way faster.
Wow. Okay, so Grok already finished the secondary, the writing style. We're still in the topics so let's start with the Grok while ChatGPT is still writing. By the way, we chose ChatGPT 4.0. That's the right one for this kind of content, that we don't ask it to do the steps by itself, or we don't ask it to do some research behind the scenes. We actually tell him what we want to do in a very detailed prompt. So that's the right so let's see, proposed layout, introduction, why, step 1, defining, research and ideation, writing, best practices, structure. All right. and then it created like a 10 different sections, and then all of them, they have to use the word conclusion. Usually I would, especially if it's an automation, I will mention, do not use this word. Like, and I will give it a name, how to call the conclusion part, because
Right.
I bet ChatGPT would use the same conclusion. So I will tell it, do not use conclusion, and do not use, I will like limit the AI kind of words in they will use. So we have here some keyword they offered us, how to write pilot content with AI, sure. And then long tail variations. Okay, I'm not trashing that, but it's good they did that. I like to ask that anyway. And then writing styles, that's important. Style, conversational with strategic edge. Sure, why not? And the AI marketing trailblazer, that's pretty cool. Yes. And then let me know if you approve it. And then we're gonna approve at the same time. So let's go over ChatGPT. We have introduction about the same, understanding about the same, content strategy about the same. AI, let's see if the same numbers even. So here we have 10 sections. Here we have introduction, what is understand is why, and then strategy. Do we have here? Yes, strategy and strategy. Look, 3 and 3. That's, oh wow, are they in sync? All right. Then we have AICs from draft to masterpiece, enhancing engagement. Sure. AI driven, measuring success. All right, and then conclusion. Sure, and then we got some nice emojis here. They like to use ChatGPT, really likes to push the emojis these days. I
Right.
notice. Writing styles persona, not as detailed as Grok did, but they can do way better ChatGPT. I think that's just based on the prompt. And it just cut it short here. You can see it's just like very limited. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna argue with anything. I'm just gonna accept it, and then I'm gonna just say this approved, continue.
And
And
one
then I'm
thing
gonna
that I
just,
noticed is that, the writing persona and style is a little bit more in depth on Grok than what
for sure,
ChatGPT gave you.
exactly. So and that's really important. And you can see that Grok is really much more persona based LLM, right? It got much fuller I don't know, styles, and then it catch. I think we showed an example last time we did something with Grok, right? When I just used the yo inside
Yep.
the request, and it started talking to me like a bro. So all right, so approved and continue, approved and continue. And then what should happen now is, like you said, if yes, I will proceed section by section, generating a wide aspect image for each. So they should create the first section, the introduction, each, and then the image for each, right? And then Grok is already already finishing.
Grok is
Wow, that's amazing.
racing to the finish
Right,
line.
right. So here they're using nicer structure with bulletins on ChatGPT, but on Grok you have nice big section, and then oh, Grok just offered me the picture,
Oh,
but it didn't create the picture. Yes, Grok, the multimodal part of Grok is like somewhat challenging. Here you can see on ChatGPT, we already have the image created. Okay, you see, they just push all the details inside the image. That's not a
right,
good image,
right.
but still, they created an image, and if we are lazy, we can just or using automation, we can just define it better and download the image and have, oh, ChatGPT didn't follow instructions. Look at that. They're already pushing to the second section. And this is why the first section is so short. So they're creating the second section, and already, wow, they're already creating the second picture for the second section. Let's
It's
see if
just
Grok,
going. Yeah, I was gonna say it's just going and going.
let's tell it, can you create that image for me? And continue. This is how I would do it, and expecting it to make my life easy and just understand continue. So let's see.
Let's find out.
And ChatGPT here created an impressive again, too many details. This is why we have to, in the prompt, create the right image. Wow, but ChatGPT won't stop. I think they changed something because this is way
Right.
longer than their one ability to answer once. Look, image is an answer and one section is an answer, but here we
Right,
have like
right.
3 answers, one after another. That's new. Like at least new enough. Whoa, they keep going. Oh, this is a much better picture though. We have a much better picture from Grok. Yeah, Grok will do realistic pictures where DALL-E would. You can
But
ask it, you can
notice
make
it
it.
did not continue to the next section. So I think you're
It
gonna
did
have to let
not.
it
It
know.
did not. Let's just continue. And okay, so created the second section. And here again, too many details, but it's keep on going. So it's 4. Let's see if we can just continue fast with Grok. Can we make it continue? We just continue. What did I write? Continue. All right, continue. So we have engagement. Let's stuck on something. Let's see what's interesting. AI powered content strategy. No. AI assisted writing from draft to masterpiece. How AI can help you structure, write part of content. Start with AI generated outline. Whoa, all right. Look at that. Look at that. They just copy our style, right? Use tools like ChatGPT, just paraphrase. Oh, no Grok here. ChatGPT first, but no competitors. No Gemini, no Claude,
No,
no
no,
Grok.
no, no
Wow.
competitors. No.
What do you see here? That's basically the human outlay, right? Overlay over the model. That's the fine tuning. So they didn't want to push other LLMs or recommend them. So they actually add another layer where even if those are the obvious answers, you should probably avoid them. That's the same way they try to make it more inclusive and not necessarily biased as the content it was learning from, right? So
Right.
this is probably, I'm not saying just paraphrase are not a fair game, but I'm just saying if you put ChatGPT, you probably can put the equal competitors. Anyway, pretty good. So we have the outline, and then we have expand each section. Each section, oh my God, that's the same as we do, right? Why did it just use my prompt inside his answer?
I think so. I think so.
Oh, that's a nice touch. Optimize readability. You don't really have to do that. You won't get plagiarized content, but you will get content that hallucinated or not fully detailed. And sometimes you'll get content that is just I'm gonna write here that like it will explain what you should put in that section and not the actual section. Sometimes you will get that. So you should ensure to check your content, but probably not for plagiarism. Case study. Let's see, right? So case studies, that's something that without the search button, that's something that the LLM will have hard time to bring. So a digital marketing is used to, so you see just no real details. A digital marketing agency used by leveraging. You see, no real. It's not a
Right.
real
So they're
case
just
study,
giving you some, yeah, they're
right?
giving you
It will
examples of things
right,
to maybe look for. So,
right,
so
right.
I think right now, so what I'm seeing, and if you could, I would love for you to maybe have Grok do that next image, just so we could see a couple images from Grok and then have it continue. But what I'm seeing, and I don't know if you're seeing the same thing as me, is well, one, obviously, both prompts maybe need to be maybe changed up a little bit for each of the LLMs. That's one. Two, though, I'm thinking you might be able to take both of these and create an actual true pillar post, combining them, because ChatGPT is clearly doing really good with like the short bullet pointed information, and Grok's doing more of the long form content. You combine those together, you've got an actual long form article that you could post on your blog post. Obviously, you're going to need some editing and things like that and fine tuning, but between both of them, I think it could save you a lot of time. And maybe with a little tweaking, one could definitely just do it all for you. But right now, it looks like maybe utilizing both the tools together with this prompt would be best until you refine the prompt a little bit more. What are your thoughts so far?
I really like your approach. I think it's right now. And by the way, there are some tools out there that will actually let you in the same chat to talk with different tools. So they actually use their
Right.
API. And one of them that I tried, we're not gonna spread it yet, but it's cost only $20 a
Oh,
month,
nice.
and you can actually use all of the LLMs, including Metas, including the ones that are just open source,
Ooh.
DeepSeek, all in one, and then you can
Maybe
in
that's
the
something you
same
could ship
chat.
next week.
Yeah, maybe so. So, because I don't know if I'm recommending that yet because I haven't like
Tested it fully.
try
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So I do think you should always combine the strengths of different sources, and you should always combine your ability to prompt engineer. So what we do right now, we're just saying
Yeah.
continue. Like my
Yeah.
only answer is continue, not fix it, make it better, research, do.
Right.
I'm being lazy. So this is the lazy way to create a
This is
pilot
the
project.
lazy way. Oh, and I like how you asked it to give you more colors that are teal and deep purple, and it actually listened to you. So that was nice.
It's pretty good, although we have some. So this is not a great image, but
Right, it's not.
but this is a pretty cool image, right? So
Yeah, that's not bad.
that's pretty cool image.
Could add some text on there to liven it up a little bit.
Exactly. So
Mhm.
if you're not doing the lazy way, so you add the text, you edit the image, you edit the content to fit, and then you use mid content prompts to make it better. And you
Right.
probably use better image prompt, and you probably be in more details. Like this is my prompt, right? I didn't give it keywords. I asked it to give me keywords. So I probably would give it keywords. It would be probably after keywords because ChatGPT, those LLMs are not keyword research tools. They are not. Maybe using the search and maybe using deep search, you can get some keyword
Right.
research.
Maybe that's true. Doing some
Right.
deep research
But
prior
just
to.
based on training that was from last year data set, that's not the way to go with SEO. So you can make it better, but in this way, if you combine this piece and this piece and this piece and that image and that piece and this image and that piece together, you will get 3, 4, 5,000 word article. You can see this is
Easily.
probably 300, 400, around 3, 400 words content.
Right. Maybe
And
even
we
like
have
500 words per section. It looks
per
like
section.
actually. Yeah.
Yeah. So if we have 10 sections of those, and we can always do this. Let's say we are done, right? Let's continue with Grok because it's faster.
Yeah.
Or we already have a preference. Okay, let's continue with Grok because it's faster. Let's say we are done. I said, what other offer me 3 to 10. No, I was undecided. Offer me 5, no, 10 to 20 other sections I must add to the article, right? And so what it will do, it will think of how to make it even longer if you want a longer section.
It's
Oh,
even
the
thrilled to
psychology
help you.
behind AI enhance. Oh, wow. So now if I'm not being lazy, we get wow, pitfalls. Oh, that's important. Why both of them didn't think about, well, that's important, right? And so why it brings this only now? It's easy. Before, when I asked it, it was just having one time of computing power to bring me the answer. So we create the layout with just one computing power. So the
Right.
first answers it could capture, because we didn't load it on the fast memory. So the first answer it could capture, it created that into a layout. And now when they have another thinking power and you have some more context in the chat, now we can bring us sections that are new and fresh and even better, right? And now, because we are not lazy, we can create a better pillar content, right? And we can keep doing that and keep creating those. And oh wow, we have some. Oh wow, that's fantastic. That's really good. We got some good SEO materials right here. So anything else you want to see from that demo, Jamie?
I think that's good. I think that, we proved that, even with a good prompt, you still might have to do some tweaking and maybe
For sure.
different tweaking depending on the LLM, which is what I've also experienced for my personal tests. So I think this is a good example of that, and also how you could technically take two tools and use them for the same use case, but then combine their powers together to actually make a good pillar post. And you're still going to have to go in there. You're still going to have to do some refinement, obviously, edit it, give it some love and whatnot. But it's definitely a great way to have a base start on writing your pillar post.
For sure, you can always enhance. You can use dedicated tools to create the pictures instead of just the DALL-E that inside the ChatGPT. You can use
Yeah.
the API version. We can use the Midjourney, for example, or Stable Diffusion. You can always transform those texts into videos using automations and tools. So you have different variations of those content. You can even create those into a podcast using Notebook LM. So you can actually create many versions based on that nice content, especially if you're not lazy on that content and you try to make it really awesome. So worthwhile to create it in different formats, right?
Absolutely. So great for brainstorming, getting your base sections down and information down, and then think of it like as a paint by number, right? You're gonna go and paint the beauty into the picture, aka the long form content blog post.
I like that. I like that, Ryan. It's fantastic. All right.
All right. Well, that wraps it up, guys and gals. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know what you thought. I don't care where you're at, if you're on LinkedIn, if you're on YouTube, if you're on the blog, let us know what your thoughts are in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. If you have some ideas for future MVP AI Power Hours, please let us know. You're going to find Barak every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, kicking butt, sharing some awesome news with you guys of the week, and sometimes not awesome news like those weird sweating robots. I mean, I'm not thinking that's awesome, but again, you might think it's awesome. Who's watching? Let us
My
know what your
nightmares will
thoughts
think
are on
that.
that. Yeah,
That's nightmare material. That's a
that's
nightmare
nightmare
material.
material for me too. But you can find Barak every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So stay in touch. Make sure you subscribe at all the channels, and see you in the near future. All right. Adios. Peace. God bless everyone. And MVP out.
Bye-bye.